Welcome to Brightline Insurance. How can I help you?
Hi, we have an appointment to get a quote.
With Marcus Johnson.
Absolutely. He's ready for you right through the glass door.
Great, thank you.
Once upon a time, a couple stepped into a cozy insurance office, greeted warmly by the receptionist at the front desk. With a friendly smile, the receptionist said, "Welcome. Let me show you to our agent, who'll be happy to help you." She guided them to the agent's desk, where the agent rose, extended a hand, and said, "Hey there, what can I do for you both today?" The couple shared that they were looking for an auto insurance quote. The agent listened carefully, then quickly put together a few options that matched their needs. After a friendly discussion about coverage and costs, the couple felt great about the quote they received. With smiles on their faces, they signed the paperwork and left the office feeling confident and reassured. They knew that if they ever had any questions, they could always return for more guidance. And so, with a newfound peace of mind, they headed out into the world, ready for whatever came next. So, picture this. The agent stands up as the couple heads out the door. He waves and says, "Have a great day. If you ever need anything else, you know where to find us." Then he turns to the rest of the room. Imagine it's an audience, maybe folks like you, and says, "All right, everyone, let's chat about your coverage. Maybe you're not quite sure what's in your policy, and that's totally fine. Here's the scoop, let's break it down together." And from there, he goes on to share all those handy tips. The insurance score. You may hear people say that you should shop for new insurance rates every 6 months. That is not always the best advice, depending on which state you live in. Checking your rates too often can actually hurt you. This is because of your insurance score. An insurance score is not the same as a credit score, but it does use your credit history to predict how likely you are to file a claim. When you ask for a new quote, the company often performs a pull on your information. If you do this too many times in a short period, it can lower your score. A lower score means higher premiums. It is often better to stay with a stable company and only shop when your life situation changes significantly. The hidden cost of towing. Many of you have towing and roadside assistance on your policies. It is a great tool, but you must be careful. Every time you call for a tow through your insurance app or phone line, it can be counted as a claim, even if it is only for a $50 jump start. It goes on your record. If you have too many of these small claims, a company might refuse to renew your policy or raise your rates. You should always talk to your insurance carrier to see how they count these services before you use them. Rental car coverage. What you should know. There are two different things people often call rental coverage. It is important to know the difference. 1. Rental reimbursement. This is an add-on for your policy. It pays for a rental car only if your vehicle is in the shop because of a covered accident. It does not pay for a car if you go on vacation or if your car just breaks down from old age. Most policies have a daily limit, such as $30 or $50 per day. 2. Coverage while renting. Usually, if you have full coverage on your personal car, those same protections follow you when you rent a car for a trip. This means you might not need to buy the expensive insurance at the rental counter. However, you must check with your agent to be certain. Liability laws and your protection. When you get into an accident, the law looks at your liability. Liability is simply your legal responsibility for the damage or injuries you cause to someone else. Here are the definitions of coverage you need to know. Bodily injury liability. This pays for the medical bills, lost wages, and pain and suffering of the other person if you are at fault in an accident. It does not cover your own injuries. Property damage liability. This pays to repair or replace the other person, vehicle, or property, such as a fence or a building, that you hit with your car. Uninsured motorist coverage. This protects you if you are hit by someone who does not have any insurance at all. It pays for your medical bills and sometimes your car repairs. Underinsured motorist coverage. This is for when the person who hits you has insurance, but their limits are too low to pay for all of your damages. This coverage kicks in to fill the gap. Comprehensive and collision. Liability only covers the other person. To protect your own car, you need these two coverages. Collision coverage. This pays to repair your car if you hit another vehicle or an object. regardless of who is at fault. Comprehensive coverage. This is often called other than collision. It covers damage to your car from things you cannot control, such as theft, fire, hail, or hitting an animal. The umbrella policy. The ultimate shield. An umbrella insurance policy is an extra layer of protection that sits on top of your auto and home insurance. And sometimes renter's insurance can be covered as well. Always check with your agent for details. How it works. Imagine you have an auto policy that pays up to $300,000 for an accident. If you cause a very serious crash and the bill is $1 million, your auto insurance will pay its limit and then stop. You would be responsible for the other $700,000. The benefit: an umbrella policy would kick in to pay that extra $700,000. It protects your house, your savings, and your future wages from being taken in a lawsuit. It is often very affordable and provides millions of dollars in extra safety. Recommended coverage chart. Coverage type, recommended limit, why you need it. Bodily injury, $250,000 to $500,000 to protect your assets from big lawsuits. Property damage, $100,000. Cars are expensive. $25,000 is not enough. Umbrella, $1 million plus to cover anything the auto policy misses. Please remember that every state has different laws. You should always reach out to a professional agent to make sure your limits are high enough to protect your assets. Do not wait until an accident happens to find out that you are not covered. So, as someone who's been in this business for 16 years, I've seen the insurance world change year after year. And here's the thing: it keeps evolving. So for you as a customer, staying in touch with your agent is key. We make sure you're up to date on the latest insurance laws and of course any discounts you might qualify for. One of my favorite recommendations is the defensive driving course. Highly recommend it. And there's also that driver tracking program that can earn you some great savings. Just a few ways we can keep you covered and save you some money at the same time.
Welcome to my channel, and remember to like and subscribe.